Hi, I'm Kara,
And I'm Bobby.
and welcome to Topic Talk. Today's topic we're going to talk about,
Common sense.
do you have common sense?
And do you use your common sense?
And do we have common sense?
I hope
Well,
so.
I hope so too. We're going to find out a little later. First off, I've got a story to tell you about common sense we had talked about yesterday. Today we were going to talk about common sense, so I started researching what exactly is common sense and
Okay.
And what is common, like what are different types of common sense, like what are things that people should know, whatever. So I go home at lunchtime because we're going to have roast for supper. I get the roast, I put it in a crock pot, I turn it on high, and I leave. And my husband and I were like, he's texting me, did you put the pot roast on? I'm like, yes, I'm so excited about this. I get home and I don't smell a pot roast.
You didn't plug it in.
I forgot to plug it in. So common sense tells you that your pot roast won't cook unless it's plugged in. So yeah, I don't know. So sometimes we know that it's supposed to happen, we just forget to do it. I don't know. Is that
Right.
is that lack of common sense?
I don't think that's lack of common sense. I think that's just forgetfulness.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take that. I will so take that. So tonight we're having pot roast because I will plug in the crock pot.
Yesterday you had pizza.
All right, so what exactly is common sense? I'm going to read you the definition. It's common knowledge among the majority, sound practical judgment, good sense, and sound judgment in practical matters.
Okay.
Okay, so
Break that down into English.
okay, so basically, it's common knowledge among the majority. So if everybody knows it, that's pretty much common sense. Or if everyone should know it, or if it's just like an understood, it doesn't have to be a written definition of what of what is common sense. It's just known. Like going out into public naked. It's pretty much common sense that you don't go out in public naked, but some people do.
I was just gonna say that's actually a thing.
Some people, and to be honest with you, I think now, like, what was common sense is now, it's changing. I think common sense changes, like, every day.
You think so?
I do.
Okay.
Because I think people...
Depending on the community or depending on the...
Yeah, because, like, everybody is pushing the boundaries now. Because, like, common knowledge, okay, like, going out into public naked, that should be common knowledge, but in a society where it's accepted, I mean, it's common knowledge now to go out in the public naked and it's okay. But then you move in from a new town and you're wearing clothes, then you're like, you're not using your common sense, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I do think that common sense changes though.
Okay. I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that it is.
Okay,
Think that it
or
does.
like when you walk into a room and it's dark, common sense tells you in order to see to turn on the light. Yeah,
right.
so that's not wearing flip flops in the snow. Yeah, I think that's
Okay,
pretty.
yeah.
Like throwing trash in a trash can, not on the ground. That should be common
Is that
sense.
common sense?
It
'Cause
should be
I
common.
don't think that's common
It should be common sense, but I think that what happens is people just get lazy and they just don't care.
Okay.
I think it's common sense would tell you, yes, trash goes in the trash can, but I don't really care if I put my trash in the trash can, or I'm just kind of lazy and the trash can is over there and I don't want to do it, so
Yeah,
I'll just
so-
drop it right here. Let's see, closing the door when you leave, not leaving your house door wide open. I think that's
is-
general common sense.
But at one point, like you said, that was not something that was expected.
Right.
People would leave and leave the doors open,
Mm-hmm.
or no one was worried about breaking ins or anything like that. So
Right.
it was pretty common just to leave your door open back
Right.
in the day.
Right, absolutely. And like, yeah. Not signing a document with a highlighter, like a legal document, not signing it with a pencil or a highlighter,
Or not signing it without reading it.
or not signing it without reading it. That should be common sense,
That
but
should be.
I don't have common sense all the time because I sign a lot of documents online that I don't. Let's see, carrying a wad of cash in your pocket, just out in general public sometimes is
Or
not.
flashing it.
Yeah, or flashing around is like not
Yeah.
common sense. Being honest should be common sense, but we talked about that last week, and I think we know.
It's a great area.
Yeah, I think we kind of know that it's wrong to lie, but whether it's kind of falls back into the laziness and the I really don't care kind of thing, and it's all about me, not about you.
Yeah.
Let's see, covering your mouth when you sneeze.
That is common sense,
Yeah,
but I've met a lot of people that didn't have that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and like chewing with your mouth closed. That should be common sense, but it's not always
And not
common
talking
sense.
while you're eating.
Right.
That's...
Right. Let's see. Yeah, so that's kind of some of the examples that I had of common sense. So are you ready to take
I am ready.
the quiz?
I think I have common sense.
Okay, so this common sense quiz comes from brainfall.com. And okay, when does February have only 27 days? Every 4 years, every other year, or never?
Only has 27
When
days?
does February have only 27 days? Every 4 years, every other year, or never?
It has 27 days every year, so...
But when does it only have 27 days?
Never?
Okay. You open your laptop one morning and find a trail of ants having a party on your keyboard. What do? Scream as loud as possible and chunk it across the room, wrap it up and ship it back to the manufacturer. I have a warranty. I'll put ant traps around the laptop tonight. I should stop eating cupcakes while I'm using my computer.
Stop eating the cupcakes.
That's what I would.
Like, why are you eating cupcakes at your computer anyway?
Okay, well, if that's common sense, I don't have common sense because I eat it on my computer all the time. But I don't have ants yet. Which of the following country does not have the 4th of July? Mexico, the United Kingdom, France, the United States, or all these countries have it?
All these countries have it.
I think you. Luckily, you recovered your phone earlier. Too bad the road on the way to work is flooded up ahead. What are you thinking? It's just a little water, nothing my car can't handle. My tires are made of rubber and rubber floats. If I drive really fast, the water won't have time to wash my car away. I guess I'll find another way to work.
I'll find another way to work.
You know, and the people that drive in water like that get their car washed away, I wonder like how they would actually answer that. If they would actually answer it right, and then like they're on the news a week later because they got washed out of the stream.
Their car is floating down.
Yes, yeah. 1, 2, 4, 8. The obvious next answer is 10, pi, 16. This question isn't fair.
16.
Okay, explain that one to me because I
Because
didn't
it's
know.
doubling. 1 turns to 2, 2 turns to 4, 4 turns to 8, 8, 16.
Okay, I don't have common sense. I missed that one too. When you're playing the slot machines, what's your system to walk away with the most money? I just know which machines are hot. I play 3 at a time. Slots, the real money is at the gaming tables, not to gamble.
Not to gamble.
Yeah. But I would be saying slots, the real money is at the table games.
I am not a gambler. Because
I'm
when
not
I
a-
lose, I want my money.
Yeah, but here's the way we do it. We just like set aside an amount of money that you would spend like on a movie or a date night or whatever, and that's all
That's
the money
true.
you spend. And if you go home broke, you go home broke. It's like you just had a good time enjoying your
movies.
evening.
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
And then and if you loot when all that money is gone, we just leave. You're taking an important test today and you can't find your lucky charm. What do? Freak out, call out sick. Don't be ridiculous. I have other lucky charms. There's no such thing as a lucky charm.
There's no such thing as a lucky charm.
Ooh, don't be telling some athletes that who wear their socks like every game and never wash them.
And then they lose.
And then they lose, and then they wash their socks. You're caught in a lightning storm. Your best course of action is hide under something tall, get to the lowest spot I can find, seek shelter in a building, go to the nearest roof, strip naked, and wave a copper rod over my head.
I'm gonna go with seek shelter in a building.
I'm sure I have some family members that would pick the last one. Everything happens for a reason. Do you agree with this statement? Strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree.
I strongly agree.
I agree with that too. It may be wrong.
I don't know if that's common sense.
I don't know
though,
if it
but
is either. I don't know. And I don't even know if that's right. I don't know what the common
I
sense.
just feel like it is.
I feel like it is too. It really hurts when you bend your arm like that. What do? Go to the emergency room immediately? Keep bending it like that? Stop bending it like that.
Stop bending it.
Yeah. Okay, so my dad, when I was growing up and I would say, Dad, I hurt my finger and it hurts to do this. And he'd say, well, just stop doing it. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I guess he was teaching me common sense.
I guess that sounds like a
Yeah, but is it legal anywhere for a man to marry his widow's sister?
widow's sister. Yes, I'm guessing.
I would. That's what I put also,
Yes.
because if it's your wife's sister, she's not related to you, right?
Right.
Because your widow would be your wife, or it could be your husband. I guess a widow could be a male or female, correct? Yeah.
Either one.
Let's see. We're calculating your result, and your sense is 88% common. I want to know what you missed.
88%.
88%.
I have common sense.
You
so-
have some massive common sense. You know not to stick a fork in the electrical socket, use a hairdryer in the bathtub, and eat those silica packets that come in the beef jerky bags. In fact, you're probably the one saving your friends from all the life hazards.
I can go with that.
Okay, mine was 76%, and it said, you tend to keep your wits about you, but like most people, you have blonde moments every now and then. So maybe you've blown up a couple of microwaves from eating TV dinners a bit long. Who hasn't? So anyway, that was kind of fun. And there's a question on here that I want to ask that I want someone to help me with, and this is either. In one scenario, an entire plane crashed somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. A search team moved out in a rescue mission. Sadly, everyone on the plane lost their life. In the end, however, 2 people survived the accident. Pick the answer that best explains how this is possible. They swam out of the wreckage and lived on an island. I guess that one too. The second, that was my other one. The 2 survivors were married. They were the pilot and co-pilot. There's no way for anyone to survive.
Let's just go with. They were the 2, the pilot and the co-pilot.
Yeah, but why? Why would you say the co-pilot and the pilot?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. Because the answer is the 2 survivors were married. So I don't know how that even. Can anybody explain this riddle to us?
I don't get that.
I don't get
I'm
it
lost.
either. So if you know why the 2 survivors were married is the answer to that riddle, please let us know and explain it to us. Let's get this conversation started. And
I would love to know the answer.
I would love to know the answer
I'm gonna
too,
post it on my
because
Facebook.
we don't really have common sense to figure it out, I don't guess. So anyway, until next week, I hope you use your common sense and stay safe, and we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.